Yeah, where we're at is we are airing this laundry in public really for the first time. And we are seeing, Agent Strzok appear publicly and having to defend these text messages after we've all been talking about them for the last, nearly 6 or 7 months. The main takeaway that we got away from the Strzok hearing is that he maintains unequivocally that although he did harbor an anti-Trump bias, and which was clearly shown in his text messages with his mistress Lisa Page, that it did in no way affect the ongoing investigation into Hillary Clinton at the time and into candidate Trump in 2016.
Congressman Mark Meadows, chair of the Conservative Freedom Caucus, says DOJ had not notified Page that lawmakers wanted to question her for more than 7 months. With a Republican administration, why has this been so difficult for Republicans in Congress to get answers?
It's quite a shocking development, and it really does show the central frustration of conservative lawmakers and of President Trump. The president has said consistently, why is the Department of Justice, specifically his own Attorney General Jeff Sessions and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, not complying with many of the requests of House Republicans and House investigatory committees who want to see very basic documents on the origination of the investigation into the Trump 2016 campaign. They're very concerned that, politically motivated opposition research with the dossier played a very central role in opening that investigation, and that's something that Agent Strzok really refused to talk about there. So to a lot of people, and to a lot of people who are critics of the Department of Justice, they're looking at this and saying that it is in a way a cover-up to stop the House and the public from learning the intimate details of what originated this investigation into the president.
A Democratic congressional source says Lisa Page did not contradict Peter Strzok's testimony. And in fact, some sources are describing her as cooperative and credible in her 5-hour appearance. So now what?
Yeah, it's interesting. What I think that we will see is that we're going to learn more, especially if she is willing to speak publicly before the House. Because as I understand it, she has not received the same guidance from the FBI, or she is not following the guidance from the FBI that was given to Agent Strzok, where she is willing to talk about more of the details of the origination of the Trump 2016 campaign investigation, and she's willing to talk a little bit about what she knows regarding the special counsel's investigation into the Russia probe that's going on right now. And so as I know, the Congress has been looking for answers on this for months and months and months, and Lisa Page may be the only person who's actually telling them what they want to know.
Fascinating. Approval for the Robert Mueller probe looking into the Trump campaign and Russia has dipped in the latest Fox poll. It was at 55% approval last month. Now it's down to 48%. Does that have an impact?
It could have an impact going into the midterm investigation. You see that, the congressional Democrat strategy really is to highlight much of what is going on, despite, as you show, that the investigation is not particularly popular. Mm-hmm. It's something that dominates the news cycle here in Washington. But consistently, we've seen voters say that it's not even close to the top things that they care about when they're going into the campaign. They want to talk about what's going on with the economy. The president wants to talk about immigration, and those are the things that really are at the top of voters' minds. So as to whether it'll have an effect on the investigation, I think Mr. Mueller has made quite clear he's going to go as far as he wants to go, regardless of what the president or Congress has to say. So we'll have to see what happens.
In the remaining few seconds we have, is there a sense from people you're talking to that Mueller's close to wrapping up this investigation?
I don't believe those rumors anymore, because I heard, people were telling me Thanksgiving, and people were telling me December. This thing has gone on and on and on. It has no end in sight. I know that he's targeting, a couple of people who were on the Trump 2016 campaign, and they're expecting possibly an indictment, specifically Roger Stone. And so this is really something that could go on for years if you factor in prosecution.
Saagar Enjeti from the Daily Caller, many thanks.
Thanks for having me.
A federal judge praising the Trump administration for their efforts to reunite children